Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the weatherproof commuter from the Ridge. And this is actually an updated version of the backpack from the Ridge that we looked at a little while back. And that was a really solid daily bag that had some great organizational options. It was very comfortable to wear. But that bag has since been phased out by the company, and they just have this updated version here, which is a little bit larger, and it also has some really great new features. So I've been testing this out for the past couple of weeks, and so far it's been a really great experience. I think this new version is definitely better than the original, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out, and let's just jump in and take a closer look at the weatherproof commuter from the Ridge. Starting out with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. Like the original commuter backpack, it has a very clean and modern look that feels like it's going to fit in well into a variety of environments, whether you're walking around the city, taking this to campus, or even into a more professional setting. As far as the materials, the company has made some big improvements here. On the outside, it has a 600D waterproof nylon that feels really durable and pretty lightweight. On top of that, they've also added nice YKK zippers all around and even some aqua guards to make this a very weather resistant bag. It definitely feels like everything on the inside is going to be very well protected. And so jumping into the capacity, this is another area of the bag that has changed a little bit from the original versions. The Ridge used to offer this in two different sizes that have since been consolidated into this version that you see here. And I'd say that this is about 22 to 23 liters, which is a really great daily bag size in my opinion. I'm easily able to fit all the items that I normally like to carry with me, but there's still some leftover space for larger items if I wanted to take this on a quick trip. And I really like that the bag maintains a really slim and sleek silhouette even when it's fully packed out, so it still feels very nimble so that I can navigate crowded cities or jump onto public transit such as a bus or a subway. Continuing along the outside, the bag has a really nice handle at the top. It's very comfortable to hold, it's nice and thick, it has this meshy material on the inside, so if you have to carry the bag for a longer period of time by the handle, it should be pretty comfortable to do so. And then I was really happy to see that the bag included an external water bottle compartment. Currently what I have in here is the same water bottle that you've seen in all my other daily bag videos, and that fits in there pretty comfortably. The compartment isn't too big, so I wouldn't try to put anything bigger than the water bottle that I currently have, but it does have some elasticity to adjust, so if you have something like a tripod, it should be able to fit in here okay. It is a slightly shallow compartment, so if you have a taller item, I would keep an eye out for it starting to kind of fall over. With that being said though, it's still really nice to have this on the outside, and I like that it has this zipper here to allow you to close it up for when you're not going to use it. And then on the other side, there's an external USB port that you can connect to a portable power bank on the inside of the bag if you need to charge your devices while you're on the go. Moving on to the straps and the back paneling, the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I really like how the straps have been implemented here. They're nice and thick and they offer a great amount of padding. On the inside, they have this meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. And they also have a really nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when you're carrying it with a lot of weight. On top of that, the bag also has an adjustable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. Continuing on with the back paneling, this has also been pretty comfortable. It has this sort of rigid foam here that feels okay. The older version of the bag had the meshy material that we see on the strap, so I definitely preferred that. I felt like it just felt a little bit softer, and it also had some additional elevation to help prevent moisture from building up. This one doesn't really have any sort of air channels. It does have this nice Ridge logo here on the back, which is kind of an air channel, but it really doesn't provide that much airflow. So I did notice that my back tended to get a little bit sweatier when I was wearing this for a longer period of time. One feature I really like here on the back is that it has this luggage pass-through that allows you to rest this on your suitcase while you're walking around the airport, so you don't have to carry as much weight on your back. And then down near the bottom, there's this secret compartment that you can use to store more sensitive items such as a passport or your wallet. And this has a really well protected zipper here. And I really like that the compartment is also RFID protected. So plenty of space here. Currently what I have is my Field Notes notebook to just kind of showcase the size, but definitely a great spot to keep anything a little bit more sensitive that you want to keep away from pickpockets. The last thing I'll mention on the back is that it has this nice simple loop here to allow you to hang the bag up, maybe in your closet or something like that. I really like when bags have this additional loop so that I don't actually have to hang the bag up by the nicer handle at the top. Jumping into the organizational options, I really like how many different pockets the bag offers to make your stuff easy to access throughout the day. Starting off with this one on the side, it's just a very simple quick access compartment that has a magnetic flap that allows you to close it up. And on the inside of this compartment, there's actually a really nice soft fleece lining to make it really good for holding something like your phone or maybe a pair of sunglasses. So here I just have a simple pair of Ray-Bans and they do fit in here okay. One thing that I did notice is that the compartment isn't really padded, so I would be a little bit hesitant to leave those in here without a case, because if I run into something, I do feel like they're gonna get crushed. So normally I actually just keep the sunglasses on the inside in their harder case, but if you're somebody who has a pair of sunglasses that are a little bit more durable, or you don't mind them getting a little bit damaged, this might be a great place to put them so that you can access them a little bit quicker. And then the felt lining on the inside is gonna do a really good job of preventing any scratching from happening to the glasses. For me personally, I've actually used this a little bit more for my phone. So when I do want to charge the phone using the external USB port, I found that it's really nice to just tuck the phone in here. It's a really good size. And then because of the fleece lining, it does a great job of keeping my phone protected as I'm walking around. And then besides that, the compartment itself offers a decent amount of space, but it's pretty slim. I wish that it had been just a little bit wider so that I could have included my sunglasses with their case here instead of having to place them on the inside. But overall, just a really nice, simple compartment that's going to be really easy to get to throughout the day. Next up on the front, there's a few simple zippered quick access areas. So starting with this one here at the top, really nice, well-protected zipper. I like that the flap comes over to help keep water away. And so opening this up, just a very simple, larger amount of space here. No sort of internal organization or fleece lining in this compartment. And so currently what I have in here is just a simple lightning cable to charge my phone and my tablet. And then I also have a pair of Apple AirPods Pro, which have been fantastic to use. And I usually grab those a lot throughout the day, so I like to have them in this top quick access area. So besides that, plenty of leftover space. I really like how kind of wide this compartment is to allow you to store some bulkier items if you needed to. And then moving down along the front of the bag, another very similar quick access area, well protected zipper here as well. And so opening this up, right now this feels a little bit tighter just due to the amount of stuff that I have in the main area, but this still offers plenty of space. No sort of internal organization in this compartment either. Currently all I have in here is just the power brick and cable to charge my Touch Bar MacBook Pro, and that fits in there really easily, but just another large, simple space where you can store larger items that you need to get to throughout the day. The next compartment that we're going to take a look at is the laptop area, and I really like how this has been implemented here. It's just a simple top-loading compartment that has a very well-protected zipper, a nice aqua guard there, and then it also has this little plastic loop here that allows you to actually lock the compartment up so that you have a little bit more peace of mind. And so jumping right in, the compartment has a really wide opening to make it very easy to access your device. Plenty of space here. This should easily be able to hold up to a 15-inch laptop. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch Touch Bar MacBook Pro, but you can see how much leftover space there is at the top. It's also a pretty wide compartment, so if you have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. And one thing that I really like about this compartment is the soft lining that it has on both sides, so it definitely feels like it's going to help prevent against scratching. And the compartment itself isn't elevated per se, but it does have a nice amount of padding on the bottom. It actually has this removable foam block here, so you can see this is at the bottom of the bag. So even though it's not fully suspended, this does offer a nice amount of protection if you happen to place your bag down a little bit harder. So really nice job overall. It definitely feels like my device is going to be well protected as I'm running around throughout the day. And so the last area we're going to take a look at is the main compartment. And there's actually two ways to access this area. It has a full clamshell style opening, as we'll take a look at in a second, but it also has this zipper that allows you to access it from the top if you need to get in a little bit quicker. So really nice to have this addition, especially when the bag is really packed out and you need to reach some of these smaller compartments on the back. It's really nice to be able to just reach in from the top. But in order to get a better look at the main area, I'm gonna open it up completely flat, and I really like the inclusion of this clamshell style opening. I think this makes the bag a lot more versatile. It gives it just a little bit more space, and it also makes it easier to kind of pack everything out. And so plenty of capacity here. Even with the items that I normally like to carry with me, I still have plenty of leftover space at the top if I wanted to toss in a jacket, a lunchbox, or even a change of clothes if I wanted to take this to the gym. So really like the flexibility offered by this larger area. And so jumping into the items that I currently have, first up I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones, and then I have a full-size Moleskine notebook, and then a simple folder to hold my papers and receipts. And then the last item here is my Levitate portable standing desk. And so now with most of the larger items removed, you can see that there's plenty of space. If I wanted to toss in something like a packing cube and maybe a dock kit or a pair of shoes, I could definitely use this for a quick weekend trip. So I really like the versatility offered by the clamshell style and the sizing of the bag. And so even though this main area has plenty of space, it also has a nice amount of organizational options. So on the back here, there's just an elastic meshy area that you can use to add a little bit of separation. Currently what I have in here is my GoRuck wire dock, which is where I currently have most of my dongles and cables and smaller tech accessories. And then moving along the back of the compartment, there's two simple slip pockets that are actually pretty deep. They're gonna be great for holding taller items such as a larger power bank. Currently what I have in here in this one on the left is just my Apple Magic Mouse. And then in this one on the right, I have my Gerber Dime multi-tool. So I really like the overall capacity that these slip pockets offer. Even though they do come up a nice amount, I normally don't like to put anything too bulky in this style of pocket just so that it doesn't create any awkward bulges for the items that I'm trying to lay down a little bit flatter against the bag. And then the last compartment here on the back is a simple zippered pocket that's gonna be great for holding smaller items that you don't want floating around the main area. And so currently what I have in here is just my Samsung T5 portable hard drive, and that fits in there very easily. Plenty of leftover space. This might also be a great spot to put something like my keys if I wanted to reach them quickly from that top zippered opening that we saw earlier. So really like the amount of organizational options offered here. It's nice to have some flexibility, but I like that these compartments just stay out of the way if I choose not to use them. And then the last thing I'll mention here in this main area of the bag is that there's this slip pocket on the side that's meant to hold a power bank that you can connect to that external USB port that we saw earlier in the video. So currently I have this connected to the power bank offered by the Ridge, and this is actually sold separately, but it's a really nice power bank. It has a nice amount of capacity, and I like that it has a wireless charger, so if you place this down and put your phone or your AirPods on top, they should be able to charge, albeit a little bit slowly. And this fits in here perfectly, but this would also hold most kind of normal sized power banks. And then moving on to the flap of this main area, there's two additional mesh zippered pockets that are really great for holding larger items. And so starting with this one here at the bottom, I do like the use of mesh to make it easier to see what's in the compartment. Unfortunately, I chose to use a black pouch, so you can't really see that too well, but for most accessories, you should be able to see in pretty well. Currently what I have in here is my Able Carry stash pouch, which has some of the smaller accessories that I normally like to carry with me, and I also use this as a really minimal dop kit sometimes, and that fits in there really comfortably, so a nice amount of volume in this area, especially if you're going to be using this for quick trips. It's going to be a nice spot to place toiletries or maybe some socks and underwear. And then at the top, there's another very similar zippered pocket, same meshy material. Currently what I have in here is just my sunglasses with their case. Since I wasn't able to fit this on the outside, I usually keep them in this area as it's pretty easy to access since it's near the top. And so plenty of space here. This one doesn't have quite as much volume in my opinion as the one on the bottom, but if you have bulkier items that you need to carry with you, maybe some chargers or just things that you need to reach quickly, this is gonna be a great spot to reach them. So just a really great job with the organizational options and capacity in this main area, and just a really nice layout overall throughout the entire bag. And if you're looking for a stylish and durable bag that you're gonna be able to take into a variety of environments, this is gonna be a great option to take a look at. And so to wrap up, it's been a really great experience testing out the Weatherproof Commuter over the past couple of weeks. The bag has a really great look, some nice organizational options, it's been really comfortable to wear, and it offers a great amount of weather resistance. And so you can currently purchase this on the Ridge's site for about $120, which I think is a pretty reasonable price considering the features and build quality that the bag has to offer. And I also think it compares well to other bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, one of the first bags this made me think of was the Mystery Ranch Prizefighter pack, which actually comes in at a really similar price point. It has a great build quality, it's really comfortable to wear, and it has a very nice minimalistic look. So if the aesthetics of this bag aren't really your thing, and you're looking for something with a similar capacity that's gonna hold up really well, the Prizefighter pack is gonna be a great option to check out. The next bag this made me think of was the backpack from Douchebags, which is a really solid daily bag that has a similar clamshell style opening to this. And if you're looking for a bag with a simple layout that's gonna be a little bit slimmer than this, that's gonna be a great option to check out. Another bag this made me think of was the Bellroy Classic Backpack, which we looked at pretty recently. That's been a really solid, professional looking daily bag. It has a great build quality. It's one of the most comfortable daily bags that I've used, has great laptop protection, and it's gonna come in at a pretty similar price point. So if you're looking for something that's gonna have a slightly more professional look and isn't gonna necessarily have a clamshell style opening, the Bellroy Classic Backpack is gonna be a great option to keep in mind. And then the last option that I'll mention here, if you have a little bit of a tighter budget, would be the Initech Business Laptop Backpack. That was a really solid bag that came in at under $50 that we looked at a little while back. It actually has a really similar aesthetic to this. It's not going to have the same weather resistance or build quality, and it also doesn't have the clamshell style opening, but it does have a very similar organizational layout. It's very comfortable to wear, and it has a pretty good build quality for its price. So if you're looking to save a little bit of money and you like the aesthetic of this bag, I definitely recommend you check that one out. With that being said, the weatherproof commuter holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a versatile EDC bag that's going to offer a nice build quality and a good size that's going to work for day-to-day or quick trips, this is going to be a great option to check out. And so I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the weatherproof commuter and the updates that the Ridge has made since their original backpacks, and if there are any similar bags that you think I should feature on the channel. As always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you guys found this video useful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much.